Hi everybody, many of you know I usually use Windows Movie Maker for this, but it's 12:04 a.m. and I'm just not wanting to do that. So, I wanted to do this and read this chapter before I forgot. It's found in the book of 1 Corinthians, and it is chapter 13. Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, and have not charity, I am become as sounding brass, or a tinkling cymbal. And though I have the gift of prophecy, and understand all mysteries, and all knowledge, and though I have all faith, so that I could remove mountains, and have not charity, I am nothing. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, and have not charity, it profiteth me nothing. Charity suffereth long, and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up, does not behave itself unseemingly, seeketh not or her own, is not easily provoked, thinketh no evil, rejoiceth not in iniquity, but rejoiceth in the truth, beareth all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, endureth all things. Charity never faileth, but whether there be prophecies, they shall fail. Whether there be tongues, they shall cease. Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when that which is perfect is come, then that which is in part shall be done away. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. For now we see through a glass darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know, even as also I am known. And now abideth faith, hope, charity, these three things. Okay, let me just say that again. And now abideth faith, hope, charity, these three, but the greatest of these is charity. Follow after charity and desire spiritual gifts, but rather that ye may prophesy. For he that speaketh in an unknown tongue speaketh not unto men, but unto God. For no man understandeth him, howbeit in the Spirit he speaks mysteries. But he that prophesieth speaketh unto men to edification and exhortation and comfort. He that speaketh in an unknown tongue edifieth himself, but he that prophesieth edifieth the church. I would that ye all spake with tongues, but rather that ye prophesieth, for greater is he that prophesieth than he that speaketh with tongues, except he interpret, that the church may receive edifying. Now, brethren, if I come unto you speaking with tongues, what shall I profit you, except I shall speak to you either by revelation, or by knowledge, or by prophesying, or by doctrine? By the way, I'm now reading chapter 14. And even things without life, giving sound, whether pipe or harp, except they give a distinction in the sounds, how shall it be known what is piped or harped? For if the trumpet gave an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle? So likewise ye, except ye utter by the tongue words easy to be understood, how shall it be known what is spoken? For ye shall speak into the air. There are, it may be, so many kinds of voices in the world, and none of them is without signification. Go down to chapter 14, verse 14. For if I pray in an unknown tongue, my spirit prayeth, but my understanding is unfruitful. Verse 17. For thou verily givest thanks well, but the other is not edified. I thank my God, I speak with tongues more than ye all. Yet in the church I had rather speak 5 words with my understanding, than that by my voice I might teach others also, than 10,000 words in an unknown tongue. Brethren, be not children in understanding, howbeit in malice, but ye children, but in understanding be men. In the law it is written, with men of other tongues and other lips will I speak unto the people, and yet for all that will they not hear me, saith the Lord. Wherefore tongues are for a sign, not to them that believe, but to them that believe not. But prophesying serveth not for them that believe not, but for them which believe. I really don't know why I kept reading, because I really was only going to read chapter 13. So, and now abideth faith, hope, charity, these three, but the greatest of these is charity. It's also known as the greatest of these is love. Basically, when we first start our Christian walk with God, we start as children. We're not meant to stay as children. We're meant to grow in the Lord and get off of the milk and onto solid food. And that's, something that we all strive to do as Christians. And a lot of people end up going back to ABC Christians or baby Christians. Why? Because they forget to do one thing. To share what we learn and to teach it. Once we start to learn, we all become teachers. And until we start to give away what we've learned, we can't keep any of it. We need to teach our friends and our family and people we don't know about Christ so that we can keep what we're learning in this Bible. We need to come to God as little children, but to grow in His presence, to grow and mature, we have to share the Word and we have to share His love. I believe the end times are coming soon. And I myself am sinful in the fact that things of flesh, and I cry over dearly that I really do want to get married and have kids. But if it is of the flesh, I need to give that up. Because God calls us all to give up the flesh. We have to pick up the cross and follow Him in all things. And I thank Christ daily that He is my daddy in heaven. And I struggle with picking up the cross and walking for Him. But I do it. And, even though I make mistakes, He's there to forgive me, to give me His hand to pull me up. My challenge for you is for you to pick up the cross and follow God. For you to share the message. For you to step out in faith. If you are a Christian on YouTube and you want to strengthen yourself and you want to grow, step out in faith. Make a video. Share your testimony. Anything. Don't be afraid. Step out in faith and grow as Christ is asking us to grow and be His children, instead of sitting there with, there's a parable in the Bible, and I forget where it's found. The master gave 3 servants money. The first gave 3 coins, the second he gave 2 coins, the third he gave 1 coin. The first made more money, the second made more money, and the third one just hid the coin in the sand. He buried it. He was scared. He took the money from the first and gave it to from the last and gave it to the one who had the most, which was the first. And so it will be, when the time of Christ comes. Don't hide in the sand. You will be called on Judgment Day. Some of us might not be able to work, but working in God's eyes is different than working in men's eyes. Working in God's eyes is sharing the Word and teaching about Jesus and His love for us and the days that are coming. So that's my challenge for you. Pick up the cross and follow Him and step out in faith. Don't worry, don't have fear. Just step out in faith.